What is up, everyone? It is your boy Winster, and I am back at it again with another video. I hope everyone watching, of course, is having an amazing day, and thank you for the support. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. We just hit 4,600 subscribers, on our way to 5,000. I really appreciate the support. As always, shout out to my YouTube channel members: Thomas, Wymie, Staying Young, Tony, Devin, Leo, Jared, Gabby, Quick, Corey, and Hunter. I appreciate every single one of you guys. For those curious what come becoming a channel member, you guys get early access to all full videos. You guys get shout out on every single full video. And on top of that, you guys can set up games with me on Master Duel, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro in person at a time that works best for everyone. I'd really appreciate it if you could. I also want to give a shout out to my amazing, wonderful girlfriend who insisted that I went to this Yuma event. At first, some things came up and I wasn't really sure if I was going to make it. And my girlfriend insisted that I did. And look what ended up happening. I made top 8 at the event. El que no quería, right? Shout out to my local Zane. Shout out to Amazing Discovery. Shout out to Phoenix Gaming Lounge. Place to play and get great competition. On top of that, great friends there. Shout out to every single one of you. There's too many of you guys to count. But I'm going to go ahead and showcase my Mitsurugi Ryzeal deck profile top 8. I just made it in at 8th place. Let's get started. For the Ryzeal engine, pretty standard, honestly. I play 3 Ice, 3 X, 1 Sword, 1 Node, and then 3 Ryzeal Bonfire, and then the field spell. Overall, this engine is pretty standard. I really wouldn't change much here. I didn't feel the need to play an extra sword and playing multiple ice, even though you don't want to commit the normal summon with this. You want to save it for Saji. It doesn't really mess up the combo too much. Our worst case scenario, if you don't draw any Mitsurugi or you wasted your summon, you just don't go through that line. This is pretty good. Wouldn't change this at all. For the Mitsurugi engine, I play a little bit of a different build. I play 2 Saji, 2 Ame, 1 Futsu, 3 Prayers, and then 2 Mitsurugi Ritual, and then 1 Purification. This engine was amazing. Now, a lot of people are probably asking, like, why are you only playing 2 Saji, or why are you playing no purple guy? To sum it up, guys, that card freaking sucks, right? On normal summon, he adds back a Mitsurugi card, or when he's tributed. That's awful, right? Like, you don't want to open that card, like, in any kind of way. And probably ask me, why don't I play the... I think it's called like Night Serpent. Yeah, that's another brick that you don't want to see. It's just not worth it to me, in my personal opinion, right? The starters, if I ever were to see anything, would be either this card or this card. But this card alone doesn't do anything, right? Like, these cards alone do absolutely nothing. You have to draw them in combination with other cards. Yeah, one could say if you play King of the Pharaoh Imps, it allows you to search these out. But still, you have to get to that point. And if there's any cards to open here, it would probably be these two. You could switch one of these out for the purple guy, but again, I just want to minimize bricks as much as possible. But overall, this engine did perform. The Ame was absolutely incredible. The pressure of Raigeking every single turn, just astronomically crazy. And then the pressure of having to discard a card, so they're just losing cards every turn. On the opposite side of that, they may want to discard a card that they actually want to discard, and sometimes they don't really care, but the pressure of him is really good, and I really enjoy this deck. Just too many bricks, and if you're wanting to play this engine, just be ready to brick, because round 1 I bricked against Magical Musketeer Fiendsmith. It was just awful. I had like all hand traps, and of course I drew the Yame, and then I drew the Purification, and I wish Purification could tribute from him, but it can't, that which freaking sucks. And even on top of that, it's just a ritual deck, right? So it's like, or a ritual engine, which makes it inherently bad in my personal opinion. As for the non-engine, it's pretty standard in my personal opinion. I play 3 Infinite Impermanence, 3 Fualos, 3 Nibiru, 3 Ash, and then 3 Valor. This ratio, it worked for me every step of the way. At worst, I would side out these going into game 2, right? Maybe having other more impactful hand traps or I would maybe side these out if they didn't really work, or these out, right? Like you just side out what wasn't really that impactful or that useful in the specific matchup that you were playing. Nibiru, freaking MVP of the night. I just was blowing through people's boards, right? They just didn't respect it, honestly. And no one was playing crossout. So I'm like, cool, Nibiru. All right, cool. I'm going to kill you now and Raigeki the huge token. The token really never came up. I think one issue that the deck does have in one of the harder matchups is the Chaos Angel. You don't have an out to it other than Purification. And the last bit of non-engine, the freaking other MVPs of the night crossout. Man, game 3, last round of the night, my opponent had the Veiler, and I just had the cross out, and I was just able to fully extend through my combo. Or even another situation, because you play the Mitsurugi cards, right? At times, that's all you really have. Another example, my opponent, game 3, I forgot which round, ended up activating the Fualos, and I had cross out in the hand, but the thing is I didn't have a way to go into the Ryzeal line, so I was like, cool, yeah, that could resolve, because I only had Mitsurugi, and I had I had the Ritual and the Ame in my hand, so I just set up like a board, I had a couple hand traps, and they literally couldn't break through it, which was absolutely crazy. That is one upside of playing the Ritual cards, is that you don't have to go into your extra deck. One, because maybe it's a little bit better against Wallows, and 2, you might not have the option to go into anything else. Extra deck, it's pretty self-explanatory. We play the Dual Drive, the Daddy, the Twins, and the King of the Feral Imps. This card is a soft once per turn, so it's once per copy. So if you get rid of it, the combo line is you use the 2 monsters to go into them, search out the Ritual or the Saji, whichever one that you need. Then you use your level 4 and a monster to go into Twins. And then you should have another Exceed monster in the graveyard, rank 4. You use the Ice to send the Twins effect, summon back the Imp and another material, and then search out the other copy of the card, or the other reptile that you are missing. Absolutely crazy. The double Daddy and the double dual drive, those are pretty self-explanatory. Honestly, a lot of the time I just ended on like dual drive, like with 3 materials, which honestly was like more than enough in like almost every matchup. As for like the kind of one of extra deck monsters, I played 1 Typhon, 1 Gaga Cowboy. This like never came up for me. I think I only had 1 matchup versus Malice that it went to time. Yeah, it didn't really come up to me because I was just always able to OTK my opponent. 1 Baguska, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Exiton, Aggie. These are all the other Exceed monsters. Aggie didn't come up as much, and neither did the Exiton Knight, nor the Abyss Dweller. None of these really came up. I use Eclipse Twin almost every single game. But yeah, I just wanted to have some variety for the Fiendsmith engine, for maybe Rogue, or maybe the Exiton Knight just to blow the board. But I did use mostly Typhon too. Typhon's really good. And then my last card in the extra deck is SP Little Knight. Honestly, this is just like a flex spot. I didn't know what else to put. I didn't want to put Tornado Dragon. I don't know. I just don't feel like that card is like really powerful. And then onto the side. So for the side, I played 3 Perulia, 3 Droll, and then 2 Lancia, and then 2 Meowlis. This is just Malice hate, these 2. And I think this is the correct ratio. I don't think there's too many decks that really abusing the graveyard and the Banish Zone that isn't Malice. So I don't really think it's worth having more copies than this. The Droll, really, really good as well. And then the Perulia, really, really good as well, especially in his matchups. Right, this just decimates like the Fiendsmith Ryzeal deck. And then this also really stops him as well. Also, because I'm playing crossout, right? Like I just have more crossout targets. Going into like game 3 where I go first, when I won the die roll and I won the first game, I would just literally leave a copy of this guy, Fualos, and then just side in these guys. That way you have like coverage. And it came up. It definitely came up. There were some times where I would draw the crossout target, but that specific hand trap that they would use against me wasn't used against me. So thankfully. But again, just even more crossout targets. So just versatility. The reason I only played 3 Lancia, I think I had enough hate with the Fualos. And then I am playing the small thrust, gross package. My targets are Duster, D-Barrel, Triple Tactics Talons, and Lightning Storm. This was pretty good. The MVP, another MVP, excuse me, is Harpy's Feather Duster. There's just too many situations where I just, blew the backboard and then I was just able to like kill. Came up versus like when I played against a Blue Eyes Primate deck. He just set up everything. He didn't have the Synchro Monster that negates the effects in the graveyard, so I just blew up the trap card. I forgot what it's called. I think it's like blue light or something like that, spirit light. And then, yeah, I OTK'd him. But yeah, that is pretty much the deck. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys think of the ratios. And I am really excited that I was able to make top 8 and really proud of myself. I've come a long way from playing this game. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Be sure to let me know how you feel. You guys like this deck? Do you like this build? Do you like the Mitsurugi stuff? Until next time, guys, hopefully I see you guys at Las Vegas. Oh, almost forgot. Shout out to everyone who came up to me and said hi at the event. Shout out to the people who let me sign their cards. I'm always blessed and always grateful for that. Thank you for the interactions with me. And I was really excited to go and get my first top. But hopefully I see you guys at Vegas. Peace out, everyone, and thank you for watching.